Hey, how's it going? So I'm back sooner than I intended to be, but I wanted to address my demeanor in the last video I made, which was sorry about that, number 4, I think, in my Brendan Fraser appreciation, fan appreciation series. Sorry, I'm hung up on my chair somehow. There we go. And so I was really like overblown happy. I know, like I was doing it. I was like, okay, you look manic, and I did feel somewhat manic, but there is a reason, and I want to talk about it. I was okay. I guess I'm gonna knock into the table I have this on for the moment. I was so excited yesterday because I felt like I was gonna make a breakthrough with some personal stuff that it's a thing that has pursued me my whole life. And I have been trying to like come to terms with it, get away from it, yeah, like blur it out of my consciousness in various ways that are, generally not good for you. And I mean, I felt like I just came at it every way I possibly could and just have not ever felt good about it. And I don't want to go into very much more detail than that because it is very personal. But I mean, I had a breakthrough in a certain way, and I was very happy about it. And it was a few months ago, and I'm happy for it. I mean, it's been very instrumental in maintaining sanity in some cases. But yesterday, though, was a little bit more, a little bit extra. See, I thought that I was going to be able to talk through some of this stuff. Like, I haven't shared details or really any of it other than, like, I really haven't even shared it with anyone because there's not really anyone I can say those things that happened comfortably to. And then I met this person and I was like, oh my gosh. And I had reason to believe that, like, if I was going to discuss this with anyone, this was the person. And like I said, I've been dragging this around behind me or on my shoulders or in front of my face, just like it's inescapable. And I often talk about the school of thought that I follow, and in it, like, you learn to recognize some things that are coming from you and can be dealt with by figuring out where, what, and why it's all about. And it takes some time to get to the place in your life where you can do that kind of thing. Like, I'm not saying you have to be old, but you have to connect certain dots. And I think experience has to do with it. But like I said in my school of thought, like, straight up, I believe in reincarnation, so the way this happened over and over, starting at such an early age, I finally am like now in my mid freaking 50s going, now this cannot really just be like the law of attraction, like I'm drawing this to myself. This started when I was a child. I wasn't doing things to do that. So, like my beliefs, I guess, and logic tells me that then it started before. Like, I'm still trying to reconcile something that happened before. Like, I don't even, well, actually, I guess I do have some clues as to what it could be, but that's so complex. I don't complicated. I'm not even going to try right now. But I just wanted to say that, I was super happy about that. Like, just some other things that happened in relation to like this other individual. It's kind of like broke open some things that I was aware of, but I didn't realize the degree of clenching that was happening with it. And yeah, it. Oops, hold on a second. It was really a drag on me, on like my life and like how I felt. Like the way I was yesterday was super hyper duper, but it's not like far off from my actual personality. In a normal case, even if I'm laughing or whatever my demeanor is on here that you would normally see, it's not all the way turned up. Not everybody can handle it. So I've learned to just kind of like try and just like tone it all down. And so yesterday I was happy and I didn't care about like if I looked crazy because a lot of times I'm saying stuff that is already making other people think I look crazy, and I don't care about that because I'm aware of it and I know how crazy it sounds to other people, but I've come to a place where I'm comfortable with what I believe about stuff. So if other people aren't, sorry for them. And not even that, like they got their own deal. Like they don't have to like be all okay with my whatever. No one does. So I was things didn't play out the way I had hoped. And I also gotten to a point in my life where it's like I gotta just say it. It doesn't matter if people react well or not because my whole life it's like when I don't mean anything, like people just like go off on me like I just said the wrong thing. So I say stuff wrong all the time without intending to or meaning to. And there's some stuff around intending and meaning, but if there's that as part of the issue here, I think it's minor. Someone else could tell me better. It's really hard to look at yourself and like honestly be able to describe what perhaps everyone else is perceiving because you're not on the outside of you very much, really. Kind of hard. But I realized after I wasn't like, I mean, I was pissed. Stuff happened and I had to say things in a way that I did not want to say them. I had not said them prior to when I did say them because I was just waiting for a moment when I just assumed I would have more time to spend with this individual than I ended up having because I just was like, I'm not like waiting around for things anymore. I'm tired of repeating myself. I When it comes to the way I want to be treated in a relationship, any relationship, like any, I think that you should like be decent to the person you're having this interaction, this relationship with, whatever the level, okay? I'm not saying that anybody owes me anything. I'm not trying to like have anybody or it's like I I try not to say stuff I don't mean, and it isn't hard because I I have very little to offer anybody I know that they want, really. So, I mean, it's like I've learned to just keep my little offerings to myself. So, I'm not under any illusions about the situations. I'm not asking people for anything. I've been in too many situations where right off the bat, like I'm just walking in the door of the thing of like the potential relationship, and I'm getting told you can't think this about what we're doing. You are not this, that, or the other thing. And it's like, whoa, I'm not even thinking anything yet. And I'm just like, okay, fine. I mean, I guess that's what you need to do. So I've been making my feelings and my thoughts clear. Like I'm speaking with economy. I'm not saying I'm not insinuating. I'm saying what I mean. Like, that's it. If there's something that someone is unclear about, I'm not averse to being asked a question. In fact, I welcome a question or a conversation about whatever is going on between whomever or whomever's. I'm just saying, like, I guess I'm never really been afraid of just saying it. I guess it's like a Sagittarius thing, but I know plenty of other people that are blunt that are not Sagittarius, and I'm not trying to be blunt. I'm not ever trying to be rude, but it's kind of like, why not just say what the F you mean, you know? But a lot of people don't. A lot of people, I mean, that's how it got to be my pet peeve. Like, over my life, just people over and over just saying shit they don't mean. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't do that. I say it and I mean it. Why are you just, like, you think you can just lie to me? It's like, okay, you can. You can be deceitful. You can disguise what you may or may not actually be feeling. And, that's your deal. But I don't like it. I don't want to be a part of it. I I want to be I want a fair interplay, like a level playing field. But once I calmed myself down finally, and it took a few hours. It is not easy swinging from extreme to extreme. Like, I don't think I'm bipolar, but I sure feel like I'm on a pendulum, for God's sake. And I know it's not just me. Like, I've been talking about how everything is making all of us kind of go kooky, or that's really a vague thing to say. There's a lot of things people are feeling that, I'm sorry, I will reiterate, I am not a doctor anything. I'm not accredited anything. I'm just kind of talking about what I see that appears to be happening. And it looks like, well, like, I want to crack open stuff that's, old baggage. I want to, like, if not rid myself of it, because I think things that happen to you for a reason, and you learn from them, and you kind of can't really discard them. So I just kind of get what I can from them, like lesson wise or enjoyment wise, whatever it is, and just sort of, like, I guess, file it. Like, I did this, been there, done that, put it in the file, and I knew that, I know that, and if I need to revisit it, you know what I mean? Like, you get something out of everything. That's kind of the point of our life here. So once I calmed down, I realized that, like, I did get a lot of, like, lesson learning from it. I mean, I still do. I haven't even really processed it. I just realized it. But I have been keeping stuff like this mainly to my WordPress, where I talk about, like, how I'm processing what I'm feeling, and I'm doing it for myself, of course, and by that I mean, like, just, like, I need to process it. I don't need to do it publicly, but if at some point it ends up making me some money, I could really use it. So that's why I'm doing that. And, well, not only that, I also it's hard to define whether it's just like an attention thing, where, like, I need to, like, be in front of people and, like, making myself known or whatever, which that just sounds like it's coming out of my mouth all sideways. So that's not really what I'm doing. Although there is an element of that. I'm a human being. I have been a performer. If you want to know about that, Google my name, my real name. Oh, wait, I think I just used my real name on this platform. Anyway, there's stuff to know about my performing background. If you care to know, on Google, you can find it. And so, yes, there's totally still an element of that in me. I haven't done it for many years because of my health just kind of just that was over. And now maybe I'll talk about that here. I kind of have intimated it before, but I haven't gone into it because never mind. Because anyway, I'm just here now, and I'm finally like sharing with everyone else the way I'm getting through things because I'm compelled to do so. I really would rather not get personal, but I'm a writer, but I don't do well writing fiction. I really, the last time I wrote a fiction story, it was in school. Although I have been plotting out a whole novel in my head, and I actually got most of it done. So yay me! But this is something else. This is like it feels like it's important for me to let other people know that somebody just regular how they're going through this stuff or how they're like looking at it and experiencing it, and maybe not like just taking it all on like the people falling off the plane trying to escape Afghanistan. That reminded me of like 9/11 because I happened to be watching the news that morning and just saw live the people, you know, just jumping out of the building because they're like, I got nowhere else to go. Oh, chills. Ugh, it makes me feel a little sick to my stomach. But that's what it reminded me of. And I don't want to have the sick to my stomach feeling. So, thing to keep in mind is we all we're not doing stuff like unawares. Okay, cool. I was playing my song. I'm still playing the song from yesterday with the happy accordion. Um, because like it didn't ruin it for me. I still really love that song. In fact, even before I put it on, just the thought of it, just the accordion strains in my mind, just lift my spirits. It makes me happy. Like I said yesterday, it's not really like. I guess it's kind of a happy song. It's the main refrain, or not the main refrain, but in like the chorus, it says, "This is the day your life will surely change," and it's about a person who it sounds like they have a pretty bad drinking problem, and maybe they wake up this one day and it's the day they change their lives. This is the day my life will surely change. And I didn't think anything that I was listening to it yesterday because my life is always changing. Like, I've kind of been a steady stream of significant changes since I've been paying attention to that kind of thing. But I didn't realize that the name of the album, shoot, this I've got it just like on autoplay. But the name of the album, shoot, I need to find that because it was like, what? No way. So I'm just gonna quick look it up. Oh, the title. Sorry, I always do this with the dead air while I'm doing something else. How about some music? Do do do. Oh, I can't do that tune. I can't pay for that. Do 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 do. Oh my God! Why won't you let me? There you go. Thank you. So yeah, right before I started doing this, actually, I noticed the title of the album, and I was like, "What? I did not know." There it is. Soul mining, Soul. Okay, so that's not serendipitous at all. Soul mining. That's what I'm talking about. Like getting to the bottom of your soul deep feelings and mining deep to get to the bottom, reach the gold, like whatever the metaphor you want to use. It just was like, wow. And that's the world I live in. But okay, so have I got all that I wanted to say said? Oh, I think what I was still sort of ending on there was that I went through all these emotions about it and I had all these thoughts, and it's not healthy to dwell in anger or to just like hang on to something forever until, well, just too long, you know? You need to like get rid of stuff every once in a while. Like just like you got to empty trash or empty your recycle bin in your computer. You got build up in here. You got to go through that and decide like do I want this whatever kind of trash it is? Like it's not doing you any good. Why hang on to it? So that's kind of been my deal for several years now, and it's it's soul mining. Thanks, Bubba. Okay, so I actually am on to my next Frasier project, and I just wanted to pop in and do this because something kept telling me I should go ahead and do it. And then I turn on Cryon, and he is talking about exactly the same thing. So I was like, okay, I guess I better do it. Pardon. Anyway, thank you and good night. I'll be back.